back to their winning ways. They beat the New York Knicks 100-92 behind our two superstars, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Now, obviously, AD and LeBron have been balling out this season, but what about the rest of the team? Today, we are going to be handing out some mid-season grades starting right now. What's up, Laker fam? Welcome to Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm your host, Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han, and you know what? Today I thought we could switch it up a little bit. We are about midway through the season now, and I thought it would be a perfect time to really evaluate this team and hand out some mid-season grades. Now, obviously, the Lakers have exceeded all of our expectations this first half of the season. They have the best Western Conference record. They are 35-9. I honestly don't think anyone could have predicted us to get such a strong start to this season, but still, even though we have obviously had some great exciting moments, there have still been some players that I believe need to step up. So let's get right into handing out these grades. But before we do, I want to make sure that you guys are subscribed here on Chat Sports and this new Lakers Report Chat Sports channel. Please, if you have not yet done so, please come and hit that subscribe button. Join this Lakers Report family. We are growing and I am so grateful, and we have some more awesome videos coming up for you for the rest of the season, so definitely make sure to subscribe. But let's start off with our first grade here. I'm going to be grading head coach Frank Vogel. Now, Frank Vogel, I'm going to be giving an A. I actually asked this on my Twitter the other day. I wanted to kind of hear your guys' opinions on what you would grade Frank Vogel so far as the head coach, and a majority of you guys agreed with me. A lot of you guys said it's somewhere in the A range. I did get a couple B pluses, but I think we can all agree that Frank Vogel has done an excellent job with this team. It's truly remarkable to take a team that is so new, had really no experience playing together, to get them to buy into the system from really day one, to coach them to the best record in the Western Conference, to get AD and LeBron to mesh so well with this entire team, to get a lot of guys to buy into maybe different roles than they are used to playing, i.e. Dwight Howard. Now, I did see on my Twitter when I asked you guys this question, a lot of people saying, you know, I like him, he's been doing a great job, but I don't agree necessarily with his bench rotations. I don't understand why he plays Rajon Rondo so much over maybe guys like Quinn Cook, and I can definitely agree with you there, but still, so far, I would have to give it head coach Frank Vogel an A. I think he's done a terrific job, but I am curious, for those of you watching, how would you grade head coach Frank Vogel's job with this Lakers team so far? Let me know it down in the comments below. But moving on, let's grade some Lakers starters, starting with none other than LeBron James. I have to give LeBron an A+. He's been tremendous for us this season. He's been averaging 25 points, over 7 rebounds, 11 assists, which is the NBA's best in the entire league. And he's really embraced this new role as his facilitator. He's been doing a tremendous job leading our offense. And honestly, I don't know how much more he can do. You know, LeBron playing at such a high level at age 35, unbelievable. He's definitely having an MVP type of season. I think we can all agree King James has been balling out. Now, moving on to AD, but before we talk about Anthony Davis and I give him my grade for the season so far, I want to remind you guys that we are having a huge sale on all of our Lakers gear here at Chat Sports. So all of our Lakers gear is up to 50% off. So if you would like to go and check it out, all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/Lakers. And you can also get free shipping right now if you use the code 24SHIP at checkout. So definitely make sure to check that out if you want to get some Lakers gear, and make sure to take advantage of these awesome sales we have going on right now. But moving on to our other superstar who has definitely been playing extremely well, Anthony Davis. Now, I'm going to be giving AD an A. He's been playing obviously great. He's been averaging 26.6 points, a little over 9 rebounds, 2.6 blocks, and he's really been the catalyst for us on our defense. And he's obviously, you know, in huge talks of probably being the most likely candidate for winning Defensive Player of the Year this season, which I know is something that he really wants to do. He has really been playing extremely well on the defensive end, again, helping the Lakers be one of the best defensive teams in the entire league. Now, the reason that I'm giving AD an A and not an A+ is, of course, because I do still think that even though he's been playing so well, I do think that we can see more from AD. I still think that there is more that he can show for us, but obviously, you know, he has struggled a little bit this season with some injuries, which of course are out of his control, but nonetheless, AD has been playing extremely well. Him and LeBron both having MVP type of seasons definitely are going to be two players who are going to be in MVP talks. And I am just curious, out of LeBron and AD, which one of you guys do you think should be MVP for the Lakers or just for the season in general? Let me know down in the comments below. If I had to go for one of those players, I'm going to say LeBron James, just because, again, and I know you guys may not agree with me, but looking at this team, you know, the Lakers have proven that we can win without AD. You know, we did so last week when he was out for a few games with that glute injury. But in my opinion, I just don't think we'd be able to win too many games with LeBron James out. So again, LeBron has been that catalyst for us, really been leading us offensively, leading the league in assists. So I think I would have to give it to LeBron. But of course, AD has been playing extremely well as well. Now, Kyle Kuzma. I'm going to be giving a C so far for this season. You know, he has really been struggling kind of with this new role with this team, and it's just definitely been a very inconsistent first season for Kuz. His stats are down kind of all across the board. He's only averaging 13.2 points, 3.9 rebounds, only shooting 33% from the three-point line, and of course only 43% just overall in general. So definitely would like to see, as the second half of the season continues, I would definitely like to see those numbers get up. Now, I'm giving Kuz a C, but obviously a lot of this stuff in his inconsistent play is, a lot of it is out of his control. You know, he obviously struggled with some injuries throughout the beginning of this season, and then he's really been struggling kind of finding his role playing alongside Anthony Davis and LeBron James. He's not getting as many touches as he has throughout his career, and I know it's definitely been a struggle for him being kind of getting inconsistent minutes, but still, Kuz has been just very inconsistent overall, and we know that we've had some games with him where he's scored a lot, he's looked really good, but then he's backed it up and just really done nothing. So hopefully as the season continues, Kuz will be able to be more consistent, but right now I'm giving him a C. Now, Danny Green, I'm going to be giving Danny a B. He's been averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds, and he's been shooting 38.3% from 3, which is good, but it is down a little bit. His career average is actually 40%, and Danny Green has played pretty well for us. I don't have too many complaints. However, I would like to see him be a little bit more consistent offensively. He's been playing pretty well defensively, which we all know he's a good defender, but offensively, you know, he's been having some games where he can contribute, but then he has a bunch of games where he just doesn't. And I think moving forward for the rest of the season, I would like to see Danny Green be able to contribute more consistently on the offensive end. Now, our last Lakers starter, of course, is JaVale McGee, and I'm going to be giving JaVale a B. You know, he's been pretty good for us this season. He's been averaging 7.9 points, a little over 5 rebounds, 1.7 blocks, although lately he's had a couple of monster blocks, some pretty impressive blocks if you ask me. Honestly, some of the best blocks I've ever seen. So he's definitely played very well for us this season. I still believe that the Lakers are better with Dwight Howard on the floor, but nonetheless, you know, for what we've asked JaVale, what we've needed from him, he's definitely delivered. So not too many complaints there. JaVale is going to be getting a B for me. Now, let's move on and let's talk about this Lakers bench. But before we do, if you are not yet, definitely make sure you give me a follow on my social medias. My Instagram is @HannahRoseKulik and my Twitter is @Hannah_Kulik. If you are not doing so already, to keep up with all things Lakers and of course some fitness things as well. If you know me, you know I love to post workout videos and fitness tips as well. So definitely make sure to give me a follow on my social media handles. Now, let's get into this bench. But before we do, I want to ask you guys, now obviously right now the Lakers have the best record in the Western Conference, but do you think that they are going to end the season with the best record in the West? Personally, I do, but I want to hear from you guys. Do you think the Lakers are going to end the season being the #1 Western Conference team? And if you don't think so, then what team do you think is going to surpass them as that #1 spot? But let's get into grading some of our bench players. So overall, I'm going to be giving our bench a B-. Now, starting off the season, I gave our bench a C. You know, we really kind of struggled. We struggled having any kind of consistent scorer coming off the bench. We had a lot of guys just struggling offensively, but lately, the Lakers bench has been contributing much, much better. We have been getting some good energy off the bench from guys like KCP, Dwight Howard, and some more consistent scoring in general. So I'm going to be giving them a B- because, again, beginning of the season, it was more of a C, but now I think moving forward, it's been more of a B+ lately. So overall, giving them a B-. Now, in terms of some standout players I'm going to be handing out some grades for, I'm going to be handing out first a grade for Rajon Rondo. Now I'm going to give Rajon Rondo a C. Honestly, I've been pretty disappointed in him. He's not been doing a great job running the Lakers offense off the bench, and I'm pretty shocked by that. I thought he'd be able to do a better job, but so far, this season just not been his best. He's also struggled with some injuries, so haven't been too impressed by what I have seen from Rajon Rondo there, so I'm going to be giving him a C. Now, the next guy that I'm going to be talking about off the bench is Dwight Howard. Now, I've been very impressed with Dwight Howard. I'm going to actually give him an A-, and I know this may be a little bit of a stretch, but still, I was expecting, not much from Dwight. I was hoping for the best, but I wasn't expecting much, and especially after the last few seasons have kind of just been disasters for him. This year, he has really rejuvenated his career. He's been averaging for us, a little over 7 points, a little over 7 rebounds, but he has been providing so much energy, so much hustle off the bench. He's 100% accepted his role coming off the bench, and I just, for one, could not be happier for him. He's been having huge impact with this team, and I really believe that the Lakers are better with Dwight Howard on the floor, and I really believe that once it comes playoff time, he's going to have an even bigger role with this team. So Dwight Howard is getting an A-, having a great year. Superman is back. He's also going to be appearing in the NBA All-Star Dunk Contest, which is great. Super happy for him and as great of a season as he's been having so far. So definitely Dwight is going to be getting an A-. Now, Alex Caruso is the next guy I'm going to give a grade for. Caruso, I'm going to give a B- to, and I know some of you guys watching may think that's a little harsh. I know Caruso's got a pretty big fan base out there, and I am a big Caruso fan as well, but even though he has been doing a great job providing energy, of course, Caruso's always that energy, that hustle guy, that guy who does so much for us that maybe doesn't necessarily show up in the stat sheet. I think offensively, he can do better. He's only averaging just a little bit over 5 points per game, and I would like to see that number go up. I think Caruso has a lot of talent offensively. He can create his own shot. He can kind of score in a variety of ways. So I would like to see Caruso step up and be more consistent. But of course, he is having a good season for us, and I know we all love our Caruso for sure. Just still think that he has some more that he can prove, especially on the offensive end. Now, my last player grade that I'm going to be handing out here today is going to go to KCP. Now, I'm going to give KCP a B. Now, if you would ask me the first couple of weeks of the season, he was getting an F. We all know that KCP started off this season really, really awful, but you know what? Props to him for not giving up, because ever since those first few weeks, he has really gotten back to the swing of things, really played well, honestly been one of our most consistent scorers, obviously besides AD and LeBron. KCP is averaging a little over 9 points this season, but honestly, through most of the season, he's really been that consistent scorer, being able to come in and give us, about 12 points, 12 to 15 points there. He's also averaging 41.3% from three, which is great. Clearly the Lakers' best three-point shooter so far this season. So he's really been playing very well for us after starting off to that little slump. And I give him big props for really kind of playing through that, because I know us Laker fans were definitely not kind to him for those first couple of weeks, but KCP didn't get down on himself. The team didn't give up on him, and he has definitely been playing extremely well since then. So KCP been very consistent for us, especially scoring wise. So especially coming off the bench as of lately, he's been coming off the bench now that Kuzma's been in the starting lineup, and KCP has definitely been providing us with a ton of energy and a lot of scoring off the bench as well, which has definitely been helping us. So KCP, final player I'm going to be handing out a grade for, and he is getting a B for me. Now, overall from this Lakers team, I gotta give us an A. Extremely excited with this Lakers team. Like I said, who would have ever predicted that we would have gotten off to such a strong start, be the #1 team in the Western Conference with a record of 35-9. Don't think that there is too much here that you can disagree with me on. I think the Lakers definitely deserve an A overall to start the season at this midway through point. But that is going to be it for today, handing out some mid-season Laker grades. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree with my grades, or if you think I was wrong on a player or two, or what you would grade this Lakers team. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a double thumbs up. Subscribe here on Lakers Report, and until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye guys!